Hello friends, this is Satwinder Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video is very special. But before we get started into this, I have a very special request to you. Kindly subscribe to the channel. On this channel, we talk a lot about Canadian immigration tips, tricks and updates and news. So please like the video, share it with your family and friends on WhatsApp group. Let's get started. Today's video, I am making it on a very special request. So I got lots of comments, lots of messages, emails, comments, all about because I made the video on 3rd January, which was liked by you all. And that video was about a caregiver program. Subsequently, I provided an update of the same video on 17th of January. On 17th of January, one part of the caregiver program closed for this year. So I provided the update. Today I'm sharing a video about Home Support Worker 2022, which is still open. So this is a complete video which will give you the entire knowledge about the program. As a bonus, I will be sharing with you in the end a video by government which tells you about the responsibilities of a home support worker. So let's get started. Home support worker. But one thing before even starting the video, I want to share with you, and this I have repeatedly said in my previous videos also, for these kind of pilot programs where the quota system is there, time is an essence factor. Time is the critical thing. So please be cautious. If you need to take action, take it now. Don't wait. So time is essence, right? With that, as I mentioned, time is essence already. The child care provider program got closed on 17th of January. I have uploaded the video, you have shared, you have liked the video. If you have not watched this video till now, you can go and watch the caregiver video as well as the January 17th update video. What is open is Home Support Worker program, which is still open. Now, Home Support Worker Caregiver Pilot Program, as I said, is divided into two parts. Child care provider as well as the other part. Child care provider, of course, is now closed for this year. Home Support Worker is open. NOC code is 4412. Tier code is there. I have mentioned in my video from NOC to tier. If you have not watched that video, you can see how you can check your NOC code and the related duties related to the NOC code in the NOC to tier video. So home support worker, I got these queries many times. Okay, so home child care is filled. Can we get our application into home support worker? They are similar, but one important word, they are not the same. So home child care gets filled easily, and this is a question, well, nobody asked this, but I'm telling you now. So the question is that why is home child care gets filled earlier than home support? The home child care gets always filled earlier because the requirements are simple. That's the answer. The requirements are straightforward. If the job provider they have kids who are under the age of 18 and you know how to take care of the kids, that's it. That's the only requirement kind of thing, right? But when it comes to the home support worker, the requirements are little bit complex as compared to home child care. So let's see. So the requirements are complex. Why? Because first of all, you need to have a special kind of knowledge. You need certain certifications. You need to have certain training, a particular kind of education, experience. So all these things are essential for home support worker, whereas which is not that much required in case of home child care. So home support worker, this is from your side, right? From the applicant side, from the job provider side, they also need to have a person who needs to have disabilities or who needs special care or an old age parent right? Those kind of requirements are also there on the job provider side. So requirements are there on your side, requirements are there on the job provider side. That's why this becomes little more complex as compared to home child care. Now, when I say home support worker, there could be number of titles which are used. In terms of titles, the alternative titles could be attendant with persons with disability, attendant for persons with visual impairment, and from these two you can see what is a role of a home support worker. So just the title itself conveys a lot of things. Family caregiver, these are alternative titles which are for home support worker. Home health care worker, live-in caregiver, personal aids home support, and personal care attendant, respite worker. All these are alternative titles. Now, when I go and look into the main duties of a home support worker, so main duties of home support worker are listed like this. The first and the foremost is one of the important duty is to provide care and companionship for individual and families during the periods of incapacitation. So incapacitation it means that person or a person is disabled, his capacity is not 100%, he can't do his ADLs. ADLs are activity of daily living. So those ADLs he is not able to perform, like bathing, like taking his breakfast. All these activities which are essential for a normal human being, he is not able to perform. Those are making him incapacitated. Or convalescence. Convalescence is means that a period when you are recovering from a injury, from a illness. Suppose you had a heart surgery, right? So you have a 2-3 months healing time, or you have a knee surgery, or any kind of maybe a bigger kind of fracture, hip and joint surgery. So all those things, you take time, you are on the bed, you need someone to take care of you, and that's where home support worker comes into play. Now, you need to administer, as a home support worker, you need to administer bedside personal care. The person is on the bed, right? So you need to administer that personal care. You need to aid in ambulation. He is not ambulatory. He can't move, right? So you need to aid him in that. You may have to provide him the bathing. You have to provide personal hygiene, dressing, undressing. You may have to prepare special meals for him, special diet for him, which is requested by the doctor, and maybe you have to feed him, assist him in feeding. So all these are activities which are required. That's why you see the duties are little complex as compared to the home child care. That's why home support worker takes a little time to fill, but that doesn't mean the application will wait till the end of the year. Again, I'm warning you ahead of time, this will again get filled very soon. What happens is, we think we are competing just among one country. No, these applications come from a lot of other countries like China, they come from Manila, Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia. Many healthcare providers, support workers come from all these countries. So you are not competing against one country, but multiple countries. So take action. Again, now coming back to the duties as I was talking about, you may have to change the sterile dressing. You may have to give the medications. You may have to take medical specimen, and you may even have to administer medication. When I say administer medication, you may have to give a sublingual tablet. If you don't know what sublingual is, how will you give a sublingual tablet? It is under the mouth, like under the tongue. So you may have to give IVs, like intravenous injections, or any other kind of medication which requires special techniques. So if you don't know that, you won't be competent enough to perform those duties. In addition to this, if you know, because the person is incapacitated, he can't do his activities of daily living. So you may have to do the laundry, you may have to assist in washing dishes and making beds. These are some of the additional things which fall upon as home support worker. I have talked in the past about the eligibility, but I'm repeating here, eligibility of a home support worker is straightforward. 3 requirements are there: ECA, language test, job offer. I'll get into each of them. ECA is educational credential assessment. So ECA, the education requirement for this is that you must have done grade 12. Post grade 12, you require at least 1 year of study post secondary education, which could be a diploma in nursing or anything. I'll go into that also, but minimum 1 year is requires post grade 12. Now, if you have done that credentials from Canada, no issues. But if any other country, that you need to make a Canadian equivalency of your educational credentials. And how would you do that? You will do that by making educational credential assessment. And who will do that? Educational credential assessment is done by third party. There are 5 agencies which are authorized in this, and these 5 agencies are WHMIS is the one which is on the top of the list, followed by ICCRC and many other. So I've listed all of them right here, and you can pick and choose any of them. Next requirement other than the ECA is language test. Language test, as compared to FSW program, expressentry or many other programs, the requirement is very, very low here. The CLB level is just 5. All you need is a CLB level 5. You can give, whether you can do the CELPIP test, you can take a CELPIP test, or you can take IELTS. IELTS is more famous. I'll talk about IELTS. You can have a score of speaking 5, listening 5, reading 4, and writing 5. So very high chances of getting this score because the CLB level is very low, CLB level 5. Last and the most important, and I'm again stressing the word most important of this, is job offer. So the job offer, first and the foremost thing, have to be genuine. The offer, the employer needs a caregiver. That genuinity needs to be there in the job offer. And I tell you, the visa officers who look into this are really smart and intelligent. They look into many such applications daily. So if that genuinity is missing in the application, you're done. It won't work. It won't fly. So it has to be a genuine application. That's the first thing. The second thing, employer has a capacity to pay you the salary. The third thing, the salary has to be above the benchmark, which is the prevailing wage. And the fourth, the employer fills out the form truthfully. The word truthfully is important. And job needs to be full-time. The full-time means 30 hours per week is minimum. And then the employer has to be a Canadian employer, can be from any province or territory except Quebec. Quebec, like if somebody from Montreal gives you this job offer, it's not going to work. Lastly, the job offer cannot be, and word is cannot be, from embassy, from High Commission. So you have all the 3 requirements. The job offer is on a very special form. This is the form I'm showing on the screen here. This form has versions, so make sure you fill the right version. A small mistake and your Canadian dreams get shattered. So make sure you do the right thing first time correctly. Okay, so next is, as I told you, you have the job offer. You don't need LMI. You save tons of money. So you don't need a LMI with job offer. And now I'm coming back to the word, the specialization which it has for home support worker. So home support worker needs education which could be BSc nursing, which could be GNM, which could be ANM. I mean, it could be a diploma level or it could be a degree level. As it says, it has to be 1 year above post-secondary. So it could be a diploma, it could be a degree. Certifications do play a very important role. So there are a number of certifications like first aid, like CPR. There are joint first aid and CPR certifications. I have put in some links in the description. You can check some certifications. You can do even online. So I've shared some of the links. You can Google it. You can find many more like this. FOODSAFE certification. Again, level 1, level 2 certification is required, and I would say it plays a very important role. Then WHMIS certification, which is Workplace Hazardous Material Information System certification. So why WHMIS certification? Because your workplace is where the person or the job provider or the person with the disabilities is. So you need to be careful so it is not hazardous to you as well as to the person who you are providing care. And HCA, Healthcare Aid certification, or in addition to certification, certain skills are again vital for home support worker. These skills are: how do you feed the elderly? Can you help the disabled person? How can you administer the medications? And lastly, can you cook the meals and special diet for him? So this is where the importance of home support worker special skills come into play. Now, I'm showing you here a video from government.
Providing care, comfort, and compassion for the elderly who have unique needs is all in a day's work for this next career, a home support worker. Hi, I'm Brian.
Hi, I'm Misty.
You got any time to talk to me about your career today?
Sure, come on.
Great.
My name's Misty. I'm a home support worker and I work out of Canadapr, BC. Being a community health worker, I provide personal care and companionship to help the elderly stay at home longer. I go in and I administer medications, I bathe them, I make sure that they're fed, they have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I help them get dressed if they need assistance with that. The first thing I do when I start...
So, don't worry, I'll share this link with you. You can see the entire video in the description. I'll share this link with you. Now, one question which regularly comes to me is, can our relatives or friends give the job offer? Yes, why not? They can give the job offer, but there is no special privilege which will be provided to them. I mean, their job offer will be treated at par with other job offers, right? So they will be, the visa officer will check the job offer similarly, though no special privilege will be provided. So another question which comes to me regularly is, can family members come with me? If I'm a home support worker and I migrate, come here to Canada, can my family come? Answer is yes, they all can come. Whosoever is eligible, they can come along with you. They can come on a study permit, and if you're suppose you are a home support worker, so your husband will get an open work permit and your kids can get a study permit. It depends on what their situation is. So overall, this is the entire scenario of home support worker. In case you need any help with, you can reach out to us. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, you can put over there. You can email to us. You can reach out to our office. Our office is located in Brampton and our email is listed here. Phone numbers are here. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching the video. Take care.